bring in one of my colleagues here because I want to talk about the women vote. But before we get to you, Morgan, yesterday, Marcia, 3 workers were called to testify before a Congressional Oversight Committee on Hillary Clinton's use of a private server. You've worked a lot on this subject. They all pled the fifth. Listen to this, Congresswoman. I want to get your reaction.
Sure.
On advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer and assert my Fifth Amendment privilege.
I respectfully decline to answer and assert my Fifth Amendment constitutional privilege.
I have no opening statement.
Okay.
I just found this stunning. There's also this email, Congresswoman, that shows workers in Platte River Networks. This was the company that managed her server. They were concerned about a cover-up. One email says, starting to think this whole thing really is about covering up some shady stuff, I'll say. What's your reaction to this, Congresswoman?
I think somebody was pretty perceptive when they wrote that email, and the American people are finding that out now. This is another of the pattern of deception that you get from Bill and Hillary Clinton. The Clinton Foundation needs an investigation. They did not file those 990s on foreign funds for a period of 10 years and only did it after they felt like they had to. Yeah. And then now they never filed the proper paperwork. You look at Laureate, you look at Frank Giestra, you look at Uranium One, you look at what happened with Russia. The Nicaraguan land deal, I mean, Maria, this goes on and on and on. One of the things I've heard about from people also is the string of emails that show people that donated to the Clinton Foundation would then go back through and ask for preferential treatment via the State Department with passports, with visas, things that people have to deal with if they want to travel. So they thought since they gave the Clinton Foundation money, they were entitled to a preferential treatment. That really, you know, people don't like that, and they're very curious about what really happened there.
This is getting more extraordinary by the moment. It's actually
stickier
incredible.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. So you've got this happening on the Clinton side, and then Donald Trump trying to appeal to women. Morgan Ortagus, do you think this situation is resonating with women, and do you think this child care proposal is going to lure in that vote?
I do. I think that I'm the age demographic that the Trump campaign should be going after. I'm 34 years old, married, a woman working in New York, and when they put Ivanka on stage, every time I'm impressed with her, and I think a lot of other young women are. So if Kellyanne Conway can convince Ivanka to go on stage between now every day until the election day, I think that'd be a smart thing for the campaign, because these are the issues that women my age are facing with. Yeah. How do we have a career? How do we raise children? But what's really important, and I think the Congressman made a great point, is it wasn't that we were just mandating to business, that Trump offered a plan to pay for that, and that's important. I think whatever we do for business going forward, there has to be a plan to pay for it.
Congresswoman, what about this New York State Attorney General now opening an inquiry into the Trump Foundation? Just as President Obama, by the way, yesterday took to the campaign trail, he slammed Donald Trump. He's stomping for Hillary Clinton. Listen to this, Congresswoman. Got to get your reaction here, too.
Sure.
You want to debate foundations and charities? One candidate's family foundation has saved countless lives around the world. The other candidate's foundation took money other people gave to his charity and then bought a 6-foot-tall painting of himself. I mean, you know, he had the taste not to go for the 10-foot version, but...
So in response, Donald Trump tweeted out, why isn't President Obama working instead of campaigning for Hillary Clinton? Congresswoman Blackburn, what impact do you think this inquiry from Schneiderman's office will have on Trump's campaign?
You know, it's very interesting, Maria. I think it's going to raise more questions about the Clinton Foundation. And the president's inappropriate remarks yesterday, listening to him, my goodness, why don't you look at what happened with HIV drugs in Africa and the link there with some of the India pharmaceutical companies and some of the drugs that really there are just a lot of questions on that issue of what happened with those HIV drugs. Yeah. So, and the association there. So I know that there is more information on that, and it is a debate that is going to move forward. And I think Hillary Clinton is really in trouble. I was on the ground in New Hampshire on Saturday. It's a one-point race there. And this all adds to the discussion of, my goodness, you know, you cannot trust Bill and Hillary Clinton. She is a liar. She is untrustworthy. The actions of their foundation show that. And I think that what I've heard and read on Twitter, social media, people are saying, well, why aren't they investigating the Clinton Foundation? You've got people sitting in those witness chairs in D.C. that are saying, well, I didn't have a security clearance and I worked on the server, and they see this as being very unfair, and they see a lot of inequity in the system.
Yeah, in fact, when I was watching the video last night of all of them saying 10 times under the advice of counsel, I'm not going to answer any questions.
That's right.
I thought to myself, well, we know these guys destroyed emails. We know,
That's right.
I mean, connect the dots for me. How does that happen where we know already that they destroyed emails, and yet they're allowed to just take the fifth and we're done? I mean, is it done?
Well, but here's the thing. We are not done.
Right.
And they know they're guilty, so that is why, yes, they took the fifth. And people want to know more about what has happened with the Clinton Foundation. How did they go for 10 years and not file those 990s and take that foreign money? And Bill Clinton now saying, well, you know, when Hillary becomes president, we are going to stop taking foreign donations. That's like, you better line up now.
Right.
Make those contributions now. That's kind of the altar call, if you will.
Yeah.
So I think people see through this. They know what they get with Bill and Hillary Clinton, and I don't think the American people want another 4 years of that, quite frankly.
Congresswoman, good to see you.
Good to see you, Maria. Thank you.